Okay, we're back. I will just wait for a few people to come on before we continue. Okay, I finally found the questions. Okay, wait for a few people and then we shall continue. Okay, so I found some questions and comments, which is great, but I couldn't see them because they're in the comment section under the video instead of on the video. Now, I don't know if you have or you haven't, but you need to tap on the video to comment. Okay, the comment section needs to be black. If you're commenting under the video, I'm not going to see your comment. Okay. What happened before, I have no idea. Okay, but I didn't see anyone's comments. It was just who's watching. That's it. Okay. So I just let a few more people in the group that came in when the video started. So we should have a few new people this time. Alrighty. So if somebody can tap on the video and comment, that would be great to see if I can see it. If not, if I can't see it, then I don't know what's happening. Facebook's playing silly bugger. Okay, so I found 2 questions. All right, so I'll just go over them. How do you tune into an animal and say hi? Very, very simple. You look at them. Just look at them. It can be their back. It doesn't have to be in their eyes, or you can touch them. If the dog or cat is sitting on your lap, just touch them and direct your energy towards them. Okay, so your focus is towards them and say, hi, how are you? Or whatever it is, whatever it is. I think the comment was about a squirrel. If you're walking past a squirrel, this is where you need to be within the love vibration yourself, in a higher vibrational frequency yourself. Because when you're in that higher frequency, you are more connected to all the animals, not just one. Okay, so if you're walking past and you see a squirrel, you have to be in that love vibration. Look at the squirrel and direct your energy or your focus towards that squirrel and go, hi, I see you. Are you okay? Whatever it is you want to talk to them. But you have to feel it. Okay? Just saying it in your head is not enough. They're not going to hear it if you just say it. Okay? You have to feel it. Okay? Telepathy, mediumship is receiving the information. Telepathy is also giving it. Okay? Now, giving information and communicating with another physical being via vibrational frequency is the feeling as well. This is something I didn't cover, which I should have because it's very important. So if I'm walking past an animal and I want to say, hi, are you okay? I want to put that feeling across. I want to mean it. This is where authenticity, you need to be authentic with what you say. It's not just words have meaning, but your feeling has more meaning than the words. So instead of saying, you can say it in your mind, but instead of saying it, you feel it. Hi, are you okay? And it comes from the heart. It comes from here. Okay. So you're directing that energy or the words with the energy of it to that animal. That's when the animals will pick it up. Okay. They may hear your voice if you just say, hi, how are you? And they may look at you as you walk past, but they're not going to feel the connection, which means you're not going to get a response back. Okay, so you have to make that effort, that conscious effort to feel exactly what you're saying. And you can practice this with people. Use social media. Social media is a huge trigger and opportunity for everybody to do telepathy and mediumship and everything. Because keyboard warriors, it's very easy just to put words, type words on a computer or a phone. It's not so easy to feel what you're saying when you're typing. So it's a perfect opportunity to feel the same as what you're saying. So what I'm telling you now, I am also feeling it as well. I'm not just saying words while I'm feeling something different. So this is all about being present in the moment. When you're present, you're in the moment. You're living in the now, which means your mind, so your thoughts, your words, and your heart are all aligned. And we see this in the humanitarian, or rather we don't see this much in the humanitarian and spiritual community. We hear the words. People type the words. That's it. It's all the words. They're not thinking it. They're just typing the words because they know it. They're not thinking it. They're not doing it. They're not feeling it. They're just saying it because it's the right thing to say. Going with the flow, going with what's acceptable. You know, the whole love and light thing. Which, by the way, the term love and light is not, I love you and I send you so much light. The term love and light actually comes from the Pleiadians, which means love is procreation and light is information. So when someone says to you love and light, they're wishing you sex and knowledge. Go figure. So next time, yeah, when people say love and light to me that know this meaning, it's a joke. Which you'll always see me laughing and cracking up when someone says love and light. I just like, yeah, okay, now I've lost it. You wish me sex and information, sex and knowledge. Thank you. So, I forgot what I was talking about. You see what happens? Yes, tuning in. Okay. So, yeah, you need to feel what you're saying. You need to say what you're thinking and what you're feeling all the time. This is you being authentic. When we go into mediumship, telepathy, especially telepathy, there is no hiding. There is no thinking one thing, saying another, and then feeling something completely different. You will be caught out so quick. Okay? The beings that we communicate with now and will be working with face to face in the very, very near future, they will catch you out on this. If you are not in alignment, your thoughts, your words, and your feeling, if you're not in alignment, they will catch you out. Okay? We see this in the spiritual and humanitarian community. Love and I wish you all the best, and oh, love and light, and oh my God, you're going to do so well. At the same time, they're trying to ram an axe in your back. These people are not genuine. They are not in alignment. They will be caught out, and they will not make it. You have to be in alignment. Mind, heart, and words, all in alignment. If you're not there yet, keep working. Not everybody is there yet. I get caught out many, many times, and I have to keep reminding myself, stop it, stop. No, not accept. Stop. No. We all do, and it's part of the process of becoming coming into alignment with who you truly are, which is a pure, loving soul. Okay, now I can see comments. Beautiful. Thank you. So, for animals and telepathy, you need to feel what you're saying. Okay, you need to feel it, think it, and say it. It has to be all in alignment. That way, the animals will be able to hear you, because they don't understand English. They understand vibration. Vibration comes from the heart. Okay? So, we all have a lot of work to do. You're on social media. Social media is a cesspool, which is a fantastic opportunity for practice. So use it, okay? It's not how much you're on social media, it's how you use it that makes the difference. Alrighty? How to control yourself to go back and forth with your frequency. Okay, easiest way to gain control of your frequency is in meditation. Okay, now, for me, everybody does it differently. I'll just give you what I do because it works for me. You can try whatever you like. Okay, everybody's different. Okay, so for me, when I don't do much meditation because of my environment, it's not an environment where you would want to be opening up too much to the spirit world, if you get my drift. Lots of shady characters. Not to mention, this place, this motel, is actually haunted by many different spirit beings, you know, suicides, and the old farmer that used to own this place still thinks that he's the boss here. And yeah, we've had many suicides over the years here at this motel, and overdoses and murders. Not too long ago, we had an elderly lady that was murdered here for her money, for her estate, by her family. So, you know, it's not the nicest of place, so I don't do many meditations. But when I do, okay, so to raise my frequency, I will imagine myself anywhere. I like to go to like a swimming hole with a waterfall. Okay, I will imagine my legs are sucking in the air, the atmosphere around me, and that energy goes into my lower legs and to my feet, and then moves up through my knees, up through my legs, up through my hips, up through my stomach, my torso, my neck, into my head. I allow all of the energy to fill me up as much as possible, so I feel like I'm about to levitate. I'm so full of energy. Then I allow the energy to go through my crown chakra and my heart chakra, and it goes up and it meets together, and it goes up into space, through the Earth's atmosphere, up into space, and it just keeps on going. I just follow it wherever it goes. I do not control where your energy takes you. Allow it to take you, because it's taking you somewhere specific for a reason. Sometimes it's just up into space, and I will go up into space, I'll turn around, I'll look back at Earth. Okay. Keep on pushing. Okay? Get settled where you are, get comfortable, and then push higher. So bring in more air, bring in more energy into your legs, and let it fill up your entire body, and go up again through your crown and heart chakra. Higher and higher and higher. Keep on pushing. Now, when I started doing this, I had somebody pushing my energy back down, so I had to keep on pushing. It's almost as though the roof is caving in on you, and you're pushing it up with your back. You're just pushing, 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 and it's just keep on pushing you down. As it's pushing you down, you think you're not getting better and stronger. You are. You are getting stronger by being held down, because you're pushing through the barriers. It's like going to the gym. You don't go to the gym just forever to lift 5 kilo weights. You're not going to get any stronger. You have to keep on increasing the weights that you lift if you want to get stronger. Spiritual development is exactly the same. You have to keep on pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. And when you think you can't push anymore, guess what? You have more to give. Keep on going. Just always one step further. When you think you've gone enough, take another step, and then another step, and then another step. You will find that it is endless, okay, until you literally are too tired to push anymore. Now, you can do the same by lowering your vibration. Now, how I do this is I will do exactly the same thing, except the energy comes from the into the crown chakra and into the heart, down through my body. So I want to go lower, not higher. When you go higher, it starts from the bottom and goes up, because you're raising, you're going higher. When I want to go lower, it starts from the high and it goes down. Okay, so it comes in, the energy comes in through my crown and heart chakra, goes down to my feet, fills up my entire body, and then goes down. Now, for me, because my mind is thinking down, my energy goes down through the ground and into the middle of the planet. Okay. It doesn't go on the other side of the planet, because then you're raising, you're moving away. Okay. So you just want to go down. Keep on going down. You will see many things going down because you're lowering your vibration. You are protected. You are completely protected when you're lowering your vibration, because you're in a meditative state. Someone's got a lot to say. Cockatoo. So you're completely protected. You will see things that you may not like. Your spirit and your higher self will protect you. You cannot bring anything back with you by lowering your vibration, except control. Okay? Now, you will see some really, you may see some really scary things. Ignore it. Just keep on going. You're not going into the pits of hell. You're not going into, a place where you can't come back from. This is just a simple exercise for you to get control of your frequency. That's it. Nothing more. It's not scary. Once you get used to it, it's not scary. People say, oh no, you can't lower your frequency. Yeah, you can. It's called getting control of it. Okay? So definitely lower your frequency just the same as you raise it, but in the opposite. Okay? Now, as you go lower and lower and lower, you get comfortable in that spot. Push lower, just as you would push higher. Your guides will tell you when that is enough. Okay? And they will block you from going any further. Okay? This is because we are conditioned to only go higher, not to go lower. So when we go lower, we actually, what people would say, we are inviting the lower entities in. We're not. We are bypassing those entities. Because you are already a higher vibrational being by this time, you cannot experience what you are not the vibration of. So even though you are a higher vibrational being going down through the lower vibrations, you can't experience those lower vibrations because you are already at the higher vibrational frequency. So you cannot bring anything back with you. So do not be afraid to lower your frequency. It is only about gaining control. It's not about walking with or interacting with the lower frequencies. You are simply bypassing them. You're not going down there to interact. You're going down there to bypass them, to get control of your frequency. Okay. So very, very important. Okay. You are completely safe when you lower your vibration. Now, when you have got to the lowest point for that particular session, raise your frequency to where you first began the meditation. So again, imagine the energy coming up instead of going down to raise your frequency. Again, you can keep on raising it as high as you possibly can, like you first did. And then when you've finished, bring it back down to slightly higher than where you started in the meditation. This will put you directly in a higher vibrational state, finishing the meditation, than when you began. So you've elevated yourself just that little bit more. So you're walking away with a more elevated state of awareness, more control of your frequency, and now you're in that higher frequency for the rest of the day. Okay? This is all about gaining control. Okay? Control, control, control. You cannot give up control if you do not first have control. Okay? You cannot allow spirit in to your mind to give you information if you yourself cannot control your mind. So important that you are able to control your thoughts and your frequency for you to be able to exist in the higher dimensions. So important. Okay? All right. I can see 2 comments. Sandra and G, I think. Sorry if I can't pronounce your name. I apologize. I'm terrible. How to protect ourselves from low frequency beings. How to stop a low energy being that communicating with us. Okay. So this is, again, it's about controlling your frequency. I'll give it to you in this way. When you're in, let's say, a 5D state of consciousness, in a 20-story building, you're on level 15. Okay, out of a 20-story building. Low consciousness is level 5. Okay, right? Level 5. You're on level 15. They can pick up the phone and ring level 15, but they cannot get on the lift or the elevator to get to level 15 because they're on level 5. They can only go to level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, and level 5. They cannot get back up to level 15. They have to do the work to get there. They can still call you. They can give you information. But because you're already up here, okay, their information can only affect you if you allow it. This is where control comes in. Again, your discernment, your intuition, okay, your own connection with your own higher self, with your own spirit, connection with spirit, okay? They can say all kinds of things to you. Doesn't mean you have to listen to them or act on it, okay? So this is where existing in a higher frequency, you cannot experience the lower frequencies, okay? You can hear them. You don't have to act on it. You can shut them out by simply saying, no, thank you. I'm in a higher state. Just hang up the phone. That's all you got to do is just hang up the phone. Okay? That's it. Just hang up the phone. Which is basically just saying, no, thank you. Not going to happen. I do not want this communication. I do not accept this communication. No need. A lot of people say, oh, you must vanquish them and get rid of them out of your life. Why? When you can just hang up the phone and say no thank you. It is literally that simple. People that have low entities attack them, they don't understand, from my perspective and my opinion, they don't understand how spirit works and how frequency works. For me, it's just simply hanging up the phone, not accepting the call. Pretty simple, okay? When you're in a lower frequency, that's when the lower frequency beings will have an impact on you. They will be able to get to you because you're closer to their frequency. So instead of you being on level 15, you may be on level 6. You ever seen those spooky, creepy horror movies where ghosts and all reach up through the floor to the top floor and grab you down through the... I have. I love those movies. They're so cool. But that's basically what it's like. So if you're only a frequency or something above them, then they can get to you. If you watch all the haunting movies and shows and things like that, every single person that has an entity attachment, a possession, a haunting, they are in a low vibrational frequency. They've either health issues, money worries, relationship issues. There's always, pardon me, there's always something which keeps them in a low frequency themselves, which makes them a perfect target for the lower frequencies. You never, ever, ever hear of a higher vibrational being attacked by the low vibrations. Why? Because you cannot experience what you are not the vibration of. You just can't. Okay? Some people say you can, but you can't. Okay? You may have the connection with them. You may be able to hear them. That wasn't a ghost. That was my brother in the window. We're talking about spirit and my brother pokes his head in the window. So, okay then. You know, if you're in the higher frequency, you cannot experience the lower frequency. You may be able to hear them, but it's your choice to simply hang up the phone. Okay, it's a choice to allow the low frequencies to interact with you. Okay, it's all a choice. Just simply hang up the phone. Okay, that's it. Alrighty. Can you block, control the readings from others trying to me at the moment so that they might be negative ones, cannot know my thoughts and feelings? You can block. Okay. For me, I can only... Okay, this is where it gets hard because everyone's different. Different. Pardon me, I'll just have a drink. 1 second. Okay, everybody's different, which means everybody is going to benefit from something or a technique that's different to everybody else. So if I was being attacked, or I had somebody trying to read me or something like that, then I would surround myself energetically. Imagine surrounding yourself with a white light, or put yourself in a bubble. Ask your guides to come and protect you. Know that you're protected. Okay, really important to know you're protected. And then I would send that person's energy and feelings, whatever's being directed to you, or they're trying to get into your mind, send it back to them. It's almost like, stop. Nope, not going to happen. Go back to where you came from. So again, it's not allowing anything that you don't approve of into your energetic field. Okay? So again, they can only read you if you allow them to. Okay? If they are reading you without your permission, and I cannot stand this, when I post something on, especially on Facebook, I have more postings on Facebook than Telegram, and I post many things that people may be going through, memes, inspirational things. People might resonate with it. Doesn't mean I'm feeling it. It just, I have a larger following, and people may resonate and it may help them. I will get 1 or 2 people messaging me saying, oh, you need to do this. Your energy says this. And I'm just like, huh? What are you talking about? I did not give you permission to read me at all. Reading somebody without their permission is just like opening their front door and going into their bedroom and going through their underwear drawer. It's rude, it's disrespectful, and actually, no true medium would ever read somebody that has not given permission. The ego wants to deliver the messages. The medium, true medium, knows that that message will be delivered only with that person's acceptance. Okay? So just send it back to them, okay? So surround yourself in a white light, put yourself in a bubble, ask your guides for assistance, and send all the negative energy and the invading energy back to the person, or back to wherever it's coming from. You don't even need to know who is doing it. Just send it back to wherever it came from. Remember, intention. It's all about your intention, okay? Your heart. Everything comes from the heart. Comes from the heart into the mind, and then it goes to where it needs to. Okay? So, absolutely, you can stop people from reading you. And again, it takes practice. Spiritual gym. Go to the spiritual gym. Okay? Practice makes perfect. Just like going to a gym. I just noticed my face and neck is getting really fat. Oh dear. Bring on the RV so I can go back to horse riding. Oh yeah, yes, of course, humanitarian projects. But I will be horse riding, which means I will lose a lot of weight very, very, very quick. No need for the bed. Just some horses. That's my gym. Okay, let's see. Jay, okay, thank you. Beautiful, Jay. At what age can we introduce our children in mediumship? If understand, when we are children, we have this gift naturally, but when we start to learn different belief systems, we lose these abilities. My fingers are gone to sleep. Okay. The issue with children is, you just said it, different belief systems. Children are taught that it's only real if you can see it and touch it and feel it. If I can't see it, then it's not true. If we all can't see what you see, it's not true. It is fear and misinformation from those who like to control the world that has caused children to block themselves from their spirit connection. It's just fear and ridicule. That's it. It's also the parents not understanding what spirit is. When we are moving forward, we are understanding what spirit is. Therefore, these children, they will be encouraged to keep it. In fact, one of my projects is having a metaphysical school for all ages, especially from the age of 12, because it will be almost like a boarding school, not a boarding school, I hate that term, a live-in school from age 12 to 500, whatever age you are. That's one of my projects, where we will be studying mediumship and telepathy and the stars and vibration and all kinds of astral travel, and you name it, we're going to be studying it. We're going to have such a wonderful, wonderful time. Wonderful time. So I wouldn't worry too much about the children at the moment, okay? Just when you have a child, just let them know that it's perfectly natural. They are completely natural. We are the ones that have gone wrong, that we've gone off track. Not wrong, off track. Okay? Really important to let the kids know that they are right. We are the ones that have taken a different path. We're off the right track. If that makes it. Not on the wrong. It's not wrong. It's just a disconnection. Yep, thank you for picking your nose in the window. Oh my goodness. Okie dokie then. Rightio. Okay. Oh my goodness. My stupid brother. What would life would be so boring without idiots in our life, wouldn't it? Fun idiots. Okay, so yeah, kids won't have a problem, so do not worry. Okay, at what age? From birth. It's natural for them. It's our job to allow them to be natural. Okay, allow them to be natural. Alrighty. I would like to do a similar project too in Latino America countries. I love this. Absolutely, absolutely. So I would like to have, if you imagine a combination of Hogwarts out of Harry Potter, and I can't even remember the name, out of Doctor Strange. Okay, if you imagine, combine those two centers together, that's my vision. That's my vision. Hogwarts out of Harry Potter, and I don't even know the name, can't remember, out of the movie Doctor Strange. Combine them, that's my goal for a project. A very large project. I want to have it for about 1,000 people. So, and I know there'll be many around the world. Eventually. Not too many to begin with, but eventually there will be many. Okay, so just make sure if you're wanting to comment on the video that you tap on the video so the comment section is black. If you're commenting where it's white, then I'm not going to see it. Has to be black. Okay. Okay. Now, oh, my hand. All right. Okay, we got half an hour left, and we got quite a bit to cover. I have gabbled on for far too long. Okay, so these next topics, they're quite quick. Okay, they're not long-winded, detailed topics. Okay, this is where my meditation this morning started to go a little different, and it was all in gratitude and you are the one. Okay, so God, source energy. Okay, what is it? What is God? What is source energy? Okay, my interpretation of it, which I've been taught from the Venusians and Pleiadians, is all that is. It is creation. It is existence itself. It is Everything. Everything in existence is God, source. It is consciousness. It is all vibrational. Everything in existence is an essence of this God, source energy. Okay? So that is you. You are God, source. You are creation. You are creators. You are the creator because you are creating your reality, which means you are creating a reality for everybody around you and for existence itself. Everything you think, you hear, you feel, you see, you smell, you taste, everything is contributing to creation, which is contributing to the expansion of consciousness. So what you feel, if you feel sadness, if you feel joy, if you feel scared, angry, that affects every part of creation in existence on some level. So when you get angry at somebody, you are contributing to an expansion of consciousness, an expansion of God's source. When you meet somebody and you fall in love and you exchange sexual energy, you are contributing to God's source. You are contributing to the expansion of creation, expansion of awareness and consciousness. Everything is connected. Everything. So when I say you are equal to Jesus, I mean it. I mean it. You are equal. You are not above or below. You are equal because Jesus, his energy is within you. Your energy is within him. There is no difference. I feel like I've got something crawling on me. There is no difference. You are all equal. Everything is equal. You are equal to the blade of grass. It is creation, just like you. You are equal to the car you drive. Again, creation. Okay? You are equal to God. Why are you equal to God, source? Because without you being equal, you would not exist. Because you are an essence of that. You are creation. You are everything. Everything. Everyone and everything is completely equal. Even Satan is equal to Jesus. Why? Because it's all part of creation. We all belong to the same creator, which is vibrational frequency, which is creation, which is consciousness. Many people, unfortunately due to indoctrination and programming of the mind, say, you can only follow the light. We must vanquish the dark. The dark is a vibrational frequency, the same as the light. It's only a different level of frequency. Not higher, not lower, just different. Just different. Like two people. You're both human. One is vibrating at a higher frequency, the other is vibrating a lower frequency. Doesn't make them good or bad, it just means they're at a different level of frequency. That's it. That's it. There is no light or dark, it's just level of frequency. Very, very simple. Very simple. Okay? So, when you have thoughts and revelations and love and joy and sadness, everybody else feels that on some level. Have you ever felt, and I know you all have, because you're all sensitive, have you ever felt joy for no reason? Have you ever felt sadness or anger or frustrated for no reason? Of course you have. Where do you think that's coming from? Okay? You're picking up, you're feeling somebody else's creation of emotion. It may not be in this universe, maybe in a different universe, maybe on a different planet, it may be in a different dimension, a different realm. We are all affected by everyone and everything else on some level. This is why we are all one. We are all equal. Because we are. You cannot have connection. You cannot be an individual in this existence. There is no such thing as an individual or separate. We are all 100% connected. 100%, not 99, 100%. Again, this is where you controlling your frequency and connecting to your inner self, your higher self, your spirit, your soul, whatever it is you want to call it, is so, so important. So important. Okay? And this is where the Bible has removed that connection. So we need to go back to it. Without that connection, we do not move forward. We do not go into the higher dimensions. We stay exactly where we are. Okay? Love. Let's talk about love. I'm not talking about love for a child, love for a pet, love for a partner, love for a food, love for a hobby. I'm not talking about that kind of love. I'm talking about the frequency love, okay? Which is where the higher frequencies come into it. You do not experience the higher frequencies without first having a higher heart or love frequency. You just can't. Okay, it all starts with love. Now, you will know, I had a conversation, I didn't have a conversation, I was the translator between my mum and one of the Venusians. And Mum said, will I ever find love again? And he said, your one true love is yourself. It is you. And Mum went, huh? What do you mean by that? I'm asking, am I going to find my one true love? You know, someone to love. And he said, yes, but it's right in here. It's you. It's yourself. And Mum goes, so I have to love myself before I can find another to love? And he said, when you love yourself, others will love you for you. It's like, okay, I don't think she actually got it. But it is so true. It is so true, because when you truly love yourself, you love everybody else. Everybody else becomes your one true love. Because we're all connected. And he also said something different. And he said, very few people on your planet have experienced true love. And I'm very fortunate to be one of the people who has experienced true love. Not with a person, not with an animal, but with creation. When you enter the higher dimensional frequencies, you become creation itself. And when you experience it, you feel every single cell in the multiverse. You feel like you yourself are the creator of all that is in existence. It is such an overwhelming feeling of pure, absolute pure, abundant love and joy. You cannot have this form of love with any one being. This is love on the entire existence scale. This is in the higher dimensions. To experience this, and I know several of you have, because I can feel it. I can feel that you've had those experiences, which is fantastic. Okay? This is love, it's not just a relationship love. This is love. This is coming directly from and connecting or becoming the creator yourself. Okay? That's where you're all headed. where we are all headed. Okay, that's where we are all headed, to this love frequency. And this is where you can start creating and manifesting things literally from thin air, is through this love vibration. Okay, this is really, really important. Okay, so you have to be completely in the love frequency for you to manifest things out of the atmosphere. Without it, you're not quite there. You're not on the frequency to do that. Okay? So we covered you are the one through God's source, so we won't go over that. We've covered how we are all connected. Okay, now the final... Whoops. 1 second. All right. Oh, pardon me. Okay. Bobby, I keep thinking that I just want to help heal when someone, animal, even evil, to make them feel better. Am I too gullible or off with that thinking? Bobby, you are spot on. Spot on. I've seen many people in the groups say scammers should not be treated. Criminals should not get the opportunity to be treated. Pedophiles, especially pedophiles, and the evil ones should not be treated. They should be hanged, executed, firing squad. This thinking is exactly the same as the crimes they committed. It is lower dimensional. And that's nothing bad. That's not a judgment. That's just you coming from a level where they are at. You are meeting them on their vibrational level. Which means you still have work to do. Which is great. Imagine being up here. How boring. You got nowhere to go. You want to have something to work on. You want to be able to move forward. So it's really, really important that you understand that having these thoughts is not a bad thing. It just means that you have work to do to move past them. Okay? And there's not another ghost. That's my mum in the window. I can't wait to get my own room. It's the little things that you don't appreciate. When you lose it, you realize just how much simple thing like having your own room actually means. Yes. Anyway. So you're not too gullible, Bobby. You're exactly where you need to be. I feel the same. When I see people making memes and comments about King Charles, how, you know, he's waited 70 odd years or whatever to apply, making fun, I actually feel sorry for him. I feel that we all have a role to play. Each of us, every one of us, whether you're working in the light or whether you're working in the dark, we all have a role to play in this world. And it's not those who do the evil things or the not very nice things, it's not that they are evil spirits. It's those spirits are in a lower dimensional frequency. It's not evil, they're just in a different frequency. And in the lower frequencies, you do things that the higher frequencies don't do. Doesn't make it wrong, doesn't make it right, it just makes it different. And we know we all agree to our experiences before we incarnate. And all of those agreements are to go through the terrible things that the lower dimensional spirits do. It's just an agreement. It's all about learning, expanding consciousness, learning through different perceptions, through different levels of frequency. Doesn't make it right, doesn't make it wrong. It's just another form of expression of the physical life. So when you have compassion and empathy for people who have done terrible things, you have reached a whole new level of awesomeness. Because I say that as a joke. Okay. You've gone into a higher frequency where compassion and love and empathy and understanding is normal. It's in the lower frequencies that we judge because we don't like. So we're coming from our own perception. So when we move past that, We accept. It's just another expression of a physical reality, of a physical experience. We send love and an empathy and compassion to the people who do these things because we know they're just playing a role. We know that they're in a lower frequency, and in order to lift up someone's frequency, we don't condemn them. We guide them, we assist them, we love them, we show them the way by leading as an example. To execute somebody for the crimes, that is part of their physical reality. Brilliant. Just another expression of their experience. But to execute somebody out of hatred or judgment or condemnation, that is lower frequency. This is where we need to raise above that. We need to raise above that judgment. Yes, they need karma for their crime. And it's not even a crime. It's an act of experience. Somebody will need to carry out the resulting experience, which would be the execution. But do that with love and compassion and empathy, not out of hatred and judgment. So when people say, do we treat pedophiles? What do we do with the deep state? What do we do with scammers, frauds, murderers? We love them. We give them compassion. We show them that there is another way in this physical reality. If they're not open to it, it's fine. There's no impact on you. If they are open to it, then you may have just been the catalyst for somebody to better themselves. No judgment, no fear, no judgment. Just knowing that it's all different vibrational frequencies experiencing a physical reality from their level of perception. That's it. Is the love vibration like when we say unconditional love? In a way, yes, but unconditional, when we say unconditional love, we usually set conditions. Unconditional love means truly, truly loving someone who just murdered your mother. The same as you loving your child. There is no conditions on unconditional love. Many people say, unconditional love. Oh, but wait a second, you don't believe what I believe, so I don't love you anymore. That's not unconditional, that's conditional. Unconditional love really is that. There are no conditions, there is no judgment. It is accepting of all and everything about that person or situation without judgment, without conditions. That's very hard to do in this day and age, in this world. But again, we are in that transition phase and we are moving to true unconditional love. So it is a good thing. We just need to mean it when we say it. Like love and light. I wish you sex and knowledge. Yep. Masumi, tears on my eye. Yeah. We're going to go through a lot of that soon. Okay. So moving forward from today, what do we do now? Where do we go? We are about to enter an entirely new world, one which modern day human has never experienced before. Never experienced. Our souls and spirits have experienced this many, many times. We are old hands at this. Our human minds, on the other hand, and human bodies, have never experienced what we are about to go through for the past 26,000 years. What we're going to go through is nothing new to us. It's nothing new, so do not be fearful. Pardon me. You've done all this before. 26,000 years ago, this planet was a thriving, intergalactic community where many, many different races lived in peace and harmony, where we all worked together, where we used Earth as our home, as our grocery store for our supplies, what we needed. Earth was not without its challenges, but was ultimately, overall, a beautiful, wonderful environment for all races of all kinds and all vibrational frequencies, all levels of intelligence. We are returning to that. So we are in the transition from the old warring ways, from the lower dimensions, to the absolute abundance of peace, prosperity, and harmony of all races living together as one. We're moving to that. So what do we do now? What can we do to better ourselves, to be more in alignment and compatible with that world? Love. Love to start with. Understanding spirit, understanding how life works, understanding vibrational frequencies and how they all tie in together. Mediumship, 100% important, which will develop into telepathy. Connection, understanding how we're all connected. How to better yourself is to start with the heart. When you say something or think something, you also need to mean it. If you don't mean it, then don't say it. Okay? If you don't mean it, don't think it. Stop yourself from thinking it. Only say and do things that come from your heart. Use social media as a form of spiritual school and gym. There are so many trolls on social media. Yeah, there are. A lot. Use them. Use the trolls. Allow yourself to be triggered. Don't shy away from things that may trigger you. Walk towards your triggers. And then delve deep into your mind and your heart and your stomach. Why you're triggered. Don't be afraid to look at your beliefs. Don't be afraid to change your beliefs from what you thought was real and true for you to what now resonates more. Removing the fear of change is one of the first steps you need to do. It is so important. We can't move forward and enter a new way of being by bringing our old beliefs, attitudes, behavioral patterns with us. If we want to exist in a world that we desire and we dream, then we must make the physical and conscious effort to be in alignment with what we want. We cannot get there by being who we used to be. We must make the change. If we don't, you won't exist in that world because you're not compatible with it. You must be able to move forward. And that takes courage, time, patience, practice. Allow social media to be that guide for you. Don't run away from arguments or fights. Don't just ignore things that trigger you. Learn to scroll by. Learn to acknowledge that it triggers you. Learn to look deeper within yourself. Why that's triggering? What belief do you have that has caused that emotion to be triggered? And deal with the belief or the cause. Don't run away from it. If you run away, then it's only going to put you back. Go head first. Take that step off that ledge. Dive into the unknown. You're so loved and protected that you don't even understand what that means yet. You will. You will. It's all about to come out to the open. It's all about to happen for everybody. If you haven't got anything, to do for the next few days, just be kind. Just be kind. There's nothing nicer than a kind person and a loving smile. If that's all you've got to give, that's perfect. That's more than enough. Will we exist side by side with 3D folks? For a small amount of time, yes. A small amount of time. Now, one last thing I want to say, and this is important. No 3D person, unless they are on death's door, will use the med beds. Now, this is why they've put in place a program, generally 3 months, but it will depend on each person, to do the work, to raise up to 4D. Okay. When you're in 4D, that transition, you make the conscious effort to take care of yourself and live a healthier, better life, to make better choices. That's the vibrational frequency that is going to be needed. So people, if they don't want to do the work, then they will remain in 3D until they do the work to reach 4D. Then they will be compatible with the technology. This is where the healing centers come in. So if you're working in a healing center or having a healing center, you will be with some very 3D people. This is where your love, your compassion, your connection with spirit and all that is vital. Because you need to have dealt with your triggers. You need to be able to lead by example to people who are screaming and tearing you apart. You need to have control of your emotions and your vibrational frequency in order to do this. So yes, we will live alongside 3D people for a small period of time. It won't be long. It won't be long, because everyone is being asked to elevate themselves in order to be healed perfectly. Okay, the beds are not about healing. The consciousness is the healing. It's all about consciousness. It's all about vibrational frequency. That's the healing. It's not the beds. The beds is just the final step. Okay? So I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me today and joining me on this journey. And I'm honored to be able to be part of your journey as well. And what we're about to step into is truly a blessing from God, a blessing from creation, and we are all part of that creation in making this come about. Everyone has their part and their role to play, and we're all doing the best we can, and that's all we can do. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, and I love you all. And love and light. Thank you guys. Bye.